Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sistra. On my channel I usually made some let's plays for strategy and simulation games, so that's why Sistra. And I decided to make English guide for the game, for this grand strategy game, Europa Universalis IV. I already made a German guide, and in order for my preparation for my English exam, I had the idea to also make an English guide for this game, and also to not only have the German people but also the other ones with my my experience. So I have about 1000 hours of gameplay experience in this game, and I simply want to share some of this. So we start with the first guide. I would talk about here the basics, how to start a game, and good starting nations. I will also say talk which nations are good and why they're good. So first, when you start a game, you have the launcher. When you started from the launcher, you came to this thing here, this screen. There you can choose between single player and multiplayer. My guide will mainly focus on single player because I usually don't play multiplayer games in this game, and so I will show you here some what you can do here. First, you have a tutorial. This tutorial is not really good. It's quite short. It's a little bit. It offers just a little bit, but to really understand this game, you need really some playtime. It's not this game is not so easy to understand. Here you have some credits, then here you have options. That's important. Again, in the options here I can change some settings, autosave interval, autosave the cloud, or something like this, video settings, full screen mode, and so on and so on. Audio settings, control settings, scroll speed, zoom speed, and so on. So, and you have content. This is here all DLCs I have. You can see them here, all DLCs and the mods you have activated. So I go back. We go to single player first. Also, you see here a button continue game. If you have normal game saved, you can direct and continue by clicking this button. So we go to single player. That's where we want to go. And then you come this here. It's a world map. You see all the countries you can play. First we go to some options. You have them here. Options, and here you can change the difficulty from normal to easy, where you get some bonuses, national rest, interest per annum, something, or very easy where you get even more bonuses. As you can see here, regiment cost, ship cost, and so on, to very hard where I get some quite pop bonuses. Especially the land limit modifier is here quite it's a strong modifier here. Too hard to normal. I usually play normal. For me it's the most balanced thing. Then you can change lucky nations from historical to random or non. Historical lucky nations and nations to get some bonuses from start on. At the moment I don't really know which nations these are. I think it's Portugal, Castile, because this change Ottomans. This is only for the KI, so you as a human player don't get this bonus. And you can change here a little bit to hot join, terra incognita, and lobby. That's a multiplayer, I think. Use dynamic province names. This means if you conquer a province, the province name will change to your language, or to the language from the of the category you play. If you want this, if you put this off, they will stay the same the whole game. Show off the tax income. yeah, when you have this on, you get some so animated text. I will put this off. Plopping over the map and see from this province, this is what you get. It's not really so that important. Color on wastelands. I have it note when you do this. I cancel this. Then you have, for example, this wasteland. And if you own all of these provinces around here, for example, you play Morocco, you own all this, and this will go to your color. I don't really like this. It's yeah, it's a question of if you like it or not. I don't like it because then you can really you see all things in the color, and it's hard to play, hard to recognize what is wasted and what not. Enclaves using region's name. This means if I have this on, and for example, as France, I own Castile. So provinces here, then I would have an enclave here, and this would then be called not the sea but French Castile or something like this. I don't like this. It's also a matter of if you like it or not. No limits idea groups. I have this on for simply fun play. Normally, for your idea groups, they are limited. You cannot take, for example, 2 military groups in order. If you don't have another one between us, you have 3 kinds of idea groups: administrative, diplomatic, and military. And if I first take a military, I have to choose an administrative or diplomatic in the next one. As the next one, if this is not active. Fantasy random new word. This means if you're using the random new word, then the more frequent, never or rare, uncommon, frequent, there will be fantasy nations and a lot of fantasy items, so it's more fantastic. So this is here important. It's only when you use this. I use this only once. So custom setup. This is a setup for your custom nation when you want to make one. For this you need one specific DLC. It's, I think, I have to really think which one it was. I have to look it up. I don't really remember which one it was. We'll see. Here you can choose how much points you you want to spend. The maximum of a custom nations. You can choose between 150, 800, 400, 200. Province tax, manpower, normal values. This is I have the normal values. So this is the standard, but you can also choose random values for more random play. Nations, that is for when you play with random nations, you can do. I have the normal setup. With custom setup, only custom nations can play. On random setup, there are random nations created all over the map. So you don't have Novgorod, you will quite a lot more nations. It's only possible if you play with custom nations. It's kind of interesting. Then historical, only historical. You can now use custom nations. So this is quite important. It's the save game. After loading the save game, then if you activate this, you can add a custom nations. For example, if you have played 10 years and load this, you can still add a custom nations. Random nations dynamic. So this is for this random setup of the nation dynamic of historical. Quite interesting. Then you have here the random new word, custom nations, and here you can choose simple one random nation. Here you see historical start, different start games, starting dates. which you can choose, and the map will be another one. Usually we start from 1444. So the next step, or before the next step here, you have the save games. As you can see, I have quite a lot one. These are on my local games, and you can also cloud save games. So here, as you can see, is my World Conquer trial with Ming. So here also can delete them. Here you see all your DLCs. I think Castellations with Conquest of Paradise, but I'm not really sure. I think, yeah, this should be Conquest of Paradise, should be Custom Nations, I think, and Eldorado should be Random New World, or vice versa. I don't have to look it up. So, next thing is to choose a nation which you want to play. At the moment I have Ravensburg. I choose Poland, and here you can see all information, all important informations about the nation you would choose. Which religion it has, which technology group. Here you see the government rank. Here you see your king or queen, and the technology, starting technology level. And here you can see the ideas. If you go over here, you see starting ideas, and then the Polish ambition, and all the ideas they have and can get. Here you see with how much development the country starts, with how much country size, with how much provinces, and how much forts they start, and they all complete diplomacy. You can see here. So, what are good nations to start with? First is England. England is a great nation for colonization. Good start is always here to sell these provinces off, and to simply focus on the island, which you can quite easily defend. No one will attack you. You have extremely powerful fleet as England, with their ideas of model of navies is something they are almost unattackable. They are really powerful at this, and they are strong for colonization. A really good nation to learn how to colonize, and also how to conquer land, especially against Scotland or against the Irish Islands. So this is a good nation to start. And so another good nation to start is also Denmark. It's not so easy to start, but it's a good nation to learn how to play with, for example, with personal units of vassals. That we can really try this out. So this is a good nation. It's not military, it's powerful, but also good. Vice versa, also Sweden is there quite good start. They have really powerful ideas with quite discipline and infantry combat ability. Where is it? Here is it in the start. So also strong ideas. And they have an overlord, so it's good to try out how to break free from overlord, which is not that easy. Another good one I showed them is Poland, also because it's a strong country with very strong ideas, especially this cavalry combat ability is really powerful. So a good nation to learn how to expand or conquer other lands. Then, of course, France, because it's to be one of the most powerful nations. Definitely. Also great for conquering, and also really good and interesting for colonization. They have also really strong ideas, one really strong idea for colonization, which is this here. The native trading principles. Also for colonization, is Portugal is a pure colonizing nation with a strong where you can make an alliance with Castile, and you're quite protected. And you can simply focus on colonizing. They are strong because they have from the beginning the Portugal. They have from the beginning they have an explorer, so they can quite fast and easily colonize. Also, Castile is a strong nation for colonizing and for conquering. One of the most powerful, definitely, is the Ottomans. it's the best, one of the best nations, if maybe the best nations, when you want to learn how to conquer land and how to grow by conquering land and conquer fast and grow big, and how to what the challenges of fast conquering are, because they have extremely strong ideas, which is your discipline and length of limit modifier at the end. If you have all the ideas, it's ambition. And they have also current cost, which is extremely strong. Very great to learn how to expand fast and rapidly. Also interesting is Muscovy. At the moment, I would not recommend this because it will change in the next patch. So really, I can recommend it, but it will play in about 2 weeks a lot different. The most powerful country at the start is the Ming, but it's how to say, really boring country to play. It's really overpowered, and thanks to new mechanics with the Emperor of China and his tributary states, what you can see here, it's you don't really expand it much. It's quite good to learn maybe some basics, how to build buildings and how to build out your provinces. There you can train it a bit, and it's quite easy to play, but not really entertaining. So then there are some things like the Aztec. They are nomadic group. I would not recommend this for starting players. It's really hard, or in my opinion, they're difficult to play because of some mechanics they have. They have quite strong ideas, but they have one or two special mechanics to make them not so easy to play. They can be really strong, but maybe later I'll tell you more about them. I think this is all. Hungary, Austria is also good. Not that good starting nation, but interesting to play as Emperor of the HRE. You can try out. There are some things with diplomacy. A good nation, I think, to play in the HRE is Bohemia or Brandenburg. They're quite powerful, and they can learn a bit more of the mechanics. You can try out the mechanics of the HRE. Also, quite good nation to start out is Hungary. They're also really powerful, have strong ideas. With cavalry combat ability, they are also really strong, can conquer here and here. But they have a strong Ottomans as a rival. Can't ally Austria. It's also quite a good nation to learn how to play. But definitely I would recommend England, France, Castile, Portugal, Ottomans. So for the really basic learning, they are quite good. And I think that was all for this first guide. I hope we could give you some hints or advices for how we can solve this game, and we will see on the next guide where I will show you a little bit more about how the game really looks like in the game, the user interface and some basic mechanics, also special mechanics rather. I want to explain in the next guide. So until then, folks, ciao.